So at the time of recording this video, Blender version 5.0 is just about to be released. And in Blender version 5, there is a default change to the import method when using asset libraries. So I wanted to let you all know about this because people will probably run into this issue if they're using their own asset libraries or even using some purchased asset libraries like my Ultimate Procedural Material Pack. So to set up an asset library in Blender version 5, it's the same method. So you'll click on Edit, you'll go to the Preferences, you'll go to File Paths, and you'll click on the plus here to add a new asset library. Then you're just going to locate to the folder with the Blender file that contains your asset library. So I'm going to go into my Ultimate Blender Procedural Material Pack folder and click on Add Asset Library. So now I'm going to split the window here and I'll change the editor type to the asset browser. And then I'm going to split the window again and I'm going to change this one to the shader editor. So now what I can do is just drag and drop the materials here onto the object. But when I do that, you can see the custom node group is all grayed out. So when I try to click and drag on the node group settings to change the values, I can't actually change them. Now a similar thing also happens with asset libraries that are using 3D models. So right here I also installed my furniture and home asset pack for Blender. I'll just add this here and I'll just drop in this sink here onto the cube. So I can select the asset and move it around and scale it, but this asset is actually made up of multiple different objects. So this is a collection of models. So if I wanted to select a single object, I couldn't actually do that. And I'm also not able to go into edit mode of this asset and edit the asset if I wanted to. Now why this is happening with models and materials in Blender version 5.0 is because the default import method has changed. So if you go to an asset library in Blender version 5 and you click here on the import settings, you can see the import method is going to follow the preferences. So if I click on edit, go to the preferences again and go here to the file paths, you can see the default import method is set to pack. And so with the pack method, it's going to link the data from the original Blender file, which has the asset library. So you won't actually be able to edit the materials or the objects. So it may be useful for some cases, but I think using the append feature is a lot better. So whenever you're setting up an asset library in Blender, once you add it in as an asset library, I like to just click here on the import method and change it to append instead. So you can just click on save preferences button and then I'm just going to close Blender's user preferences. Now right up here on the import settings, you can of course override this. So if you go to the import method, you can use pack, append, or link, but in this case, I'll just leave it at follow preferences. So now what I can do is just drag and drop in this sink model again, and you can see it's added in. I can rotate it and scale it and move it around, but you can see because it's a collection of assets, I can now select each object and I could, for example, edit the materials, or I could like move the drawers out. And also if I change this from my furniture and home pack to my ultimate material pack, let's just add in one of these materials. So because I've added in the material using the append method, you can see that now the custom values are customizable. So they're not grayed out and I can change the scale of it and I can change the colors of it. And so that's because we're using the append method. So it's basically making a copy of the material. So it's not actually affecting the material from the original file, which has the asset library. So most of the time when you're setting up an asset library in Blender, I'd recommend just changing the import method to append. That's probably going to work the best for most people. And if you'd like to purchase any of my asset packs, like my Ultimate Procedural Material Pack, or my Furniture and Home Asset Pack, or if you'd like to purchase some of my Christmas asset packs, like my Christmas Wreath or Christmas Ornament asset packs, I'll have links to all of those in the description. And if you'd like to learn how to create your own asset libraries, then I also have an asset browser for beginners tutorial where you can learn how to create your own asset libraries in Blender. But I hope you found the video helpful, and thanks for watching.